Alright, roll back, Musa, roll back, family. May peace be upon you all, man. I love y'all, bro, for real. But yeah, family, this would be Ascension talk, right, part 26, okay? My notes from the Messiah, Moon Ray 8, right, on the 19th seat as Akhmet, Al-Mahdi, right, now being changed to the 25th seat, alright, as Overseer, alright, Nadar, Overseer, Moon Ray 8, over the heavens and the earth, you see, alright. And these also my notes from not only my own personal notes, but also from the elders, right? If you know them, you know them, okay? And of course, Dr. Malachi Z. York, right? Free Baba Yanun, free Murdoch, free El Kadir, right? All that. Free the whole master, you heard me? Alright, family. So, okay. So, to say that, you know, you don't need to learn anything is foolish. What fools mortals be, right? That's the stupidest thing you could say in this day and time, family. We got Project Bluebeam on the way, right? Another, Jabba Dabba Doo, number after 18 on the way, right? And of course, Dr. Malachi Z. York L on the way, okay? Everything is speeding up. The sun, Afsu, right? Nothing new underneath Afsu. That's the sun, family. Tiamat's rotation, or Earth, right? We're in the middle of a solar maxima. Alright, now let's talk about that. And also understand that the sun's magnetic field, right, flips every 11 years, alright? So your sun, right, is in this 11-year solar cycle, okay? Now, what is taking place is the pressure from the sun within it, right? That energy builds up and creates like a boil, right? And pops or explodes. And just as, blood rushes out of a laceration, that laceration, right, creates solar flares or causes solar flares, many in number, alright? And this increases the solar and geomagnetic activity, alright? AKA waking up the DNA. Right. Waking up that DNA, family. That's what these solar flares are doing. They're waking up that DNA. Because understand that when it comes with the melanin, right? Due to that melanin in your skin, and everybody has melatonin in their skin. It's just lying dormant if it's not appearing on your vessel on the outside. As pigmentation. You know what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying, right? But yeah, family, due to that sun, that's why I say that the Nubians, right, new beings are meant to be God. You're meant to evolve, because that sun up there is what unlocks all that DNA, all those channels, right? All those channels of energy and information, because light is information, family. So you understand that? And your skin is the largest organ on your body, right? Your skin's like a sponge. It absorbs everything, including light. You follow that? Right? So if you're pale skin and you can't handle that sun, right? This is basically saying metaphorically here that you're not meant to evolve. You can't handle the information that is coming from these solar flares. Alright, understand that. Alright, so that's waking up that DNA, family, right? That hard one DNA, alright? And also understand, family, that truth is the authority, okay? Truth is the authority. Authority is never the truth. You follow that? Don't be a believer, right? Become a seeker, right? Experience over scholarships. You follow? The whole thing with the prophets, right, isn't about being superhuman, family, but that realizing, right, coming to that realization, that's how you know I ain't lying, coming to that realization, family, that being human is super. You follow? Family, and when we explore our humanity to the fullest, meaning understanding that this is an experience, you see, And all that dogma, religion, all that is BS and a distraction from truth, family. And that truth is, this is your experience. Climb up Jacob's ladder and take the mask off God. And golly gee, all you see is me, or we, right? You see your face. Pull back the curtain and see the big bad Wizard of Oz is just like you. Y'all like that? Y'all follow that? Overstand, family, that universal right knowledge, right wisdom, and right overstanding, okay, leading to sound right reasoning, okay. Overstand, a moon, also called Amen, right, was a significant deity, right, in ancient Kemet or Egypt, right. However, family, it's important to first overstand the broader structure, right, of the ancient deities, right? Ptah, or Ptah, one of the most ancient gods of Kemet, is said to have 6 sons. One of them sons was Amun. You follow? Others included Tahuti, or Thoth, Sobek, Happy, and others, okay? Y'all, all you know, overseeing specific creations or species, right? Bovines, simians, felines, and canines, to name a few there, as descendants of Ptah or Enki, right? Or Israel, right? These, those of us who trace our lineage through the Nile Valley civilizations, we inherit spiritual, mental, and biological connections to these deities, family. Amun's specific role was as a creative force often associated with breath, right? Y'all follow that? Do y'all follow that? Amun's specific role was as a creative force often associated with breath, right? That whoop, you see? So, if we know that the Most High, merely shared and we became, and what we're speaking of is that breath there. Right, let me read this one more time, okay? Amun's specific role was as a creative force often associated with breath, right? So what does that mean? He is the Most High. It's literally right there. It's right there within the context, you see, because you can get confused, you see, with this text here. So that's why it's context, all right? So Amun's specific role, was as a creative force often associated with breath, which we know is who, right? So his main role was also with invisibility, right? Because we know that Amen, right, means the hidden one, right? And the unseen aspects of divinity. We must understand that the roles and positions that these beings are in, they also are the personified version of that nature, right? Or they would connect that to whenever we get into the cosmos here, and I'll do a series for that too, talking about the galactical metaphors, right? Because meta means otherworldly. Understand that? All right. So even the role that these beings play, or the position that they're put in, right? That is also, they use the nature as an example of that's closest to that role or that position that being is partaking in. Okay. So understand that. Because we all are one. So if we look around, we see nature, right? That's why we combine the nature with us in Kemet. Honestly, to teach you all, so you can have something to look at. Because understand at this third density, you can only understand things at a third density. Whenever you're building those blocks to evolve, right? But fam, I was rambling there. We gonna go into part 27? Yeah, part 27 coming up next. I love you all, man. Please get in touch with the Messiah. This is not a game. This is not a drill. All right. Wadu.